you excited?
Yeah!
You are, very good. So, you guys don't have to wait any longer. Very good, now you just have to hear me talk for a few minutes. So you guys are all about to witness the world's fastest mammal run the quickest 100-meter dash that you will ever see. Good afternoon, that's appropriate. My name's Adam. I am a animal trainer here at the Safari Park. And right down at this end we have our other trainers. We have Ashley, Annette, and then Mike and Shannon will be up shortly to make this event possible for you guys. So I'm sure here's Shannon down here. A cheetah is going to be running full speed, potentially 70 miles per hour on this very track. Now we're able to bring that to you because of two reasons. One, the extensive training that goes into our cheetah ambassadors, and two, the design of the track. We actually are the only facility in the US to run a cheetah outside of an exhibit, and we have the longest dedicated cheetah running track in the world. It measures about 100 meters, or 330 feet, which is good news because it takes a cheetah about 300 feet to reach its full speed potential and stop, which is extra good news for you guys. Now speaking about that speed, 70 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, the fastest racehorse is about 43 miles per hour. The fastest human is 28 miles per hour. So 70 miles per hour is amazing. It will actually pass you on the freeway as you're going a legal 65 miles per hour.
Wow.
Unless you're from Texas.
Woo!
Right?
Yeah!
So, as impressive as 70 miles per hour sounds, what's more impressive is probably the rate of acceleration. 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. 0 to 40 in 3 strides. To put that into perspective as well, you stand still, take 3 steps, you're going 40 miles an hour. That is what the cheetah is capable of. So it's absolutely amazing. And everybody down here in reserve viewing, you guys doing well? You actually have the best seats in the house to witness the explosion of speed that I just described for you. So enjoy that and have your cameras ready if you're going to attempt so. So the cheetah today is actually going to be chasing a prey item down the center of our track. For this, we need a volunteer. Some of you laugh and others raise their hand, which I always find interesting. But we actually did find a volunteer right over here. So we have the volunteer coming up. Yes, give her a round of applause. It's deserving. Very good. And what's your name? Mackenzie. And who are you here with? Your dad. Very good. And so, Dad, you're aware of this? You're comfortable with this? You signed the paperwork? You have other kids? You don't. Bummer. All right, well, that's okay, that's okay. So you know what you're getting into, right? Running from a cheetah that runs 70 miles per hour? You run 3, so that math doesn't add up. Tell you what, so I can keep my job, we're not going to have you run in front of a cheetah. I know, I'm relieved too. So what we're going to have you do is come on down here, we're going to have you run part of the track, time it, and then compare your time to a cheetah. Much safer. And we're going to hand you off to Ashley over here. Just one thing to remember, she'll explain the rules, but as you come to pass me, make sure you slap my hand, and then I can stop the stopwatch. So she's going to go down there, she's going to get ready. 100 meters is kind of a long way to run. I know I wouldn't volunteer to run 100 meters. So we're going to have her run a third of the length of the track. We're going to take that time, put it into a super fancy equation. We're going to multiply it by 3. And that will give us our estimated 100-meter dash. And as she heads down there, and as she's about to run, and as she's running, feel free to give her encouragement, because I'm sure a lot of us wouldn't volunteer to run in front of a whole bunch of strangers. So, it takes a certain level of bravery and courage in order to do that. So it looks like she's getting ready. When Ashley's arm goes up, she's going to be ready. When Ashley's arm drops, and she's going to run. Don't forget to slap my hand, and it might help if you imagine a cheetah chasing you. You might run faster. Just an idea. I'm ready when you are. Come on, Mackenzie! Come on! Push! The cheetah's right behind you! Right behind you! Is that your heels? It's about to get you! All right, up the hand. Very good. 8.73 seconds. Excellent job. That was a really good run. And so we're going to actually send you back down. We'll get you your sock monkey hat here in a little bit. We're going to send you back down. A round of applause for her.
He's so happy.
She did a great job. Still energy. All the way down. Into the stuff. So obviously we're not going to have the cheetah chase any prey or any children down the track. What it will be chasing is its favorite toy, which today happens to be a stuffed little pink pig. The stuffed little pink pig is attached by a string to a winch powered by a Ford motor. Now our equipment pulls at about 70 miles per hour. Shannon will be our lure operator today. And being a lure operator is a very difficult job because since the motor is not a $2 million Ferrari engine motor, here's the pig.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a $2 million Ferrari engine motor. Our Cheetah can actually out-accelerate our equipment. So what Shannon has to make sure she does is start the equipment just a beat before the Cheetah, but if it gets too far ahead, the Cheetah will just watch it go, give up, lay down, as if to say, I've lost that one. Wake me up when it's time for my 6 pounds of meat because I don't actually have to work for my dinner at the bed and breakfast for wild animals, which is entirely true. So, to be a great lure operator requires a lot of skill, and I think Shannon would appreciate some encouragement for her efforts today.
Woo! Let's go, Shannon!
There you go. Very nice.
Dog. Yeah.
Now, our Cheetah that's running today is going to be Amara. Amara is 2.5-year-old female, about 110 pounds, known for her intensity of the run. She never goes anywhere without her dog, Hopper. Hopper is a very sweet 2.5-year-old mutt who will actually be running first. The reason we do this, there's actually 3 reasons we do this. One, it allows the dog to work in the traditional capacity as a cheetah companion. So, as Hopper runs, Amara will be watching. And so Hopper will be communicating to Amara that it is safe for her to also run the track. Also, we do this test run so we can make sure the equipment works. You will all appreciate that we make sure we have working equipment before we release a cheetah. And third, it gives you the opportunity to witness the beginning, middle, and end of a run, basically in slow-mo. So I advise you, if you cannot get a perfect picture of the dog, you might not want to try to get a picture of the cat. Just a thought. Give it a little test run. So the track is mostly set up. The trainers are going to get in place. I'm also going to time Hopper. See how he does. He's actually a pretty quick dog. Now the hand signals to look for, as you look down at Ashley, when her arm goes up, it means that Hopper is ready. When her arm drops, it means that Hopper will start the run, and feel free to encourage him as well. He also enjoys it. So our trainers are just about ready.
He's excited. Look at him, he's so cute.
How it goes. He's a very enthusiastic dog, so he's actually always ready to run as it works out. He's going to put a lot of effort into this, as you can see. He's really ready.
Come on, Hopper!
Woo!
Come on, Hopper!
Hopper! That's so
He actually passed the little pig.
Yeah.
9.45 seconds.
Wow.
So put that in a little perspective. He made it the whole 100-meter dash just a second faster than Mackenzie did, but we're human, so it's no fault of yours. I couldn't do it. So dogs are very fast, but of course you all came to see a cheetah, and that is really the cream of the crop when it comes to speed. So, something to tell you. Cheetahs put a lot of energy into running 70 miles per hour. It's a very intense run for them, very intense experience for cheetahs. We cannot guarantee there's going to be a second run. You should stick around because I have lots of cool information about cheetahs to put into your heads, and there might be a second run. So stick around, it's worth the wait. On that note, it's an intense run for the cat, but it's also an intense experience for you guys. You're going to see her claws ripping up the turf behind her. You're going to see how long one stride can be, about 25 feet. You can see, or you can hear, her feet hitting the ground. It's an incredible experience, not one that you're going to be forgetting anytime soon. So again, you might want to consider putting the cameras down so you don't get a picture of just the tail or just the grass, and then you haven't seen anything. So you might want to consider taking mental pictures and enjoying it that way, and then telling everybody else about it. And it looks like our track is just about set up again, so I'm going to take my position as the trainers take theirs and get everything ready. You're also going to hear a whistle down at this end, and that is the recall for the cat. So that cat will be going to Annette, who will be the one blowing the whistle, so she can put the leash back on. And then we're going to get to walk her down the track a little bit. So we'll see how it goes, and don't forget the hand signals from Ashley to let you know when she's going to run. Here we go.
Whoa.
5.43 seconds. And you guys probably in the middle here saw that she almost caught that little pig. It was really close. You see the intensity in her face and her eyes and her
Look at the
focus right
ground,
on
it's
that
ripped
pig.
up.
It's amazing to watch them. Now,
Oh, she's so beautiful.
imagine that little pig to be a gazelle. Same intensity on the face, same focus, but the gazelle is going to be their natural prey out in Africa. And anybody that went on the Africa tram as you were out in the field and you saw a little gazelle with the black stripes down the side, that's one of their main prey items. Now, very fast animals, the gazelles. They run about 55 miles per hour or so. Very fast, but not fast enough to outrun a cheetah in a straight line. So what they're going to do is try and outmaneuver it by zigzagging back and forth. Also, they have more endurance, a gazelle. So they'll try and zigzag longer than the cheetah can zigzag. So a cheetah chase typically only lasts about 20 to 30 seconds. It can last upwards of 60 seconds, but that's pretty rare and definitely no longer than that. So as the gazelle is zigzagging back and forth, of course, if the cheetah would like to eat the zigzagging gazelle, it has to be able to maneuver a little bit as well. So to the feet, they have semi-retractable claws. Allows them to dig in, not just to run in a straight line, but also to dig in and turn left and right to catch up with the gazelle. But also that tail. A lot of animals have long tails so they can climb up into trees, but cheetahs don't do that. They don't climb in trees. They have a long tail so they can change their center of gravity as they need to zigzag with that gazelle. So if the gazelle takes a sharp left, the cheetah is going to rotate its tail to the right, changing center of gravity, digging the nails in, and then it will be able to change along with the gazelle. Once it gets close enough, it's going to trip up the gazelle, turn the gazelle then into a kill. And it's going to do one thing for two very important reasons. It's going to drag that gazelle into a shady area. The first reason, I mentioned they're not going to run any longer than 60 seconds. They generate so much body heat during a run. If they run longer than 60 seconds, they run the risk of dying from heat exhaustion. So they go to a shady area, it's cooler. They can cool down, they can catch their breath, and hopefully in peace. Because shade is provided by trees and bushes, and if the cheetah takes its prey to the shade, hopefully it won't be seen by lions, leopards, and hyenas. But they also don't want to be seen by vultures and jackals. So cheetahs are known to give up their prey to just about anything. Because cheetahs run really fast, that's about it. It's the best thing they can do. They're built for speed. If any part of that system of speed breaks down, they probably can't run fast enough in the future to catch their prey. So if they stand their ground, they fight, they might get hurt, they might get that meal, but it might be their last meal. They turn around and run away, they lost that meal, but they can hunt later that day, they can hunt the next day. So it's really a long-term survival for them.